Welcome to our today's do-it-yourself topic, how to maintain hope when everything in your life is bleak and you're full of hopelessness. For real validation to this topic, please focus only on the content. Kindly ignore my lacunas in pronunciation, tone, expressions, accent, grammar, my looks, and even this video's background. For the content of this video, please ask. I have identified 64 tips on how to keep hope alive, and these are also the requirements for living a life with hope. How to maintain hope in life? What to do if hopelessness gets us into despair, gloomy, and despondent mood? Having hope is having a feeling that our situation is going to change for better, and what we are expecting will happen, or what we are scared of will not happen. We get the feeling of hope, or we need the feeling of hope when we are weak and or we are amidst the crisis. There are two types of hope, passive and action triggering ones. We will be talking about action triggering ones. Let me first explain what is passive hope. Passive hope is something we think of miracles happening without putting enough efforts, perseverance, and time. That is like, I have not studied, but I am expecting that I will pass the examination with good marks. It doesn't happen. Okay. Or something like that. Certainly I will get a money bag line which nobody claims, and I can bring it and I can become a instant millionaire. Or the person who is making my life miserable, suddenly that person something bad will happen to that person, and that person will get out of my life. Passive hope can make us feel better for a short while because it is a visualization and only in the mind. But we get back to state of despair if we do not take action, or the situation does not change automatically. It is not possible to switch on and off the positive action inducing hope on demand unless we have practiced through a tough regime on how to handle the unexpected, like the disaster management team or the armed forces or the firefighters and commandos do. If we have trained ourselves to acquire the skill, hope would trigger the response of exploring various options, possibilities, alternatives, and then taking action whenever we face massive disruption in our life. Hope and despair both leads us to success, growth, and betterment if we do it right. Action is the antidote to despair, to depression, to stress. Our efforts can rekindle and recharge our hopes. When we use hope as a platform to make ourselves take positive actions, it benefits us the most. Now let us get back to the 64 tips on how to keep hope alive and the requirements for living with hope. First, nurturing our mindset to create trust and faith in ourselves so that we have the ability to take action and face any challenge and difficulty that the life can make us come across. It needs a disciplined mental, emotional, and physical regimen. We also have to learn to discern between what is within our control and what is not, and then take actions on what we can and stop bothering about what we can't. We also have to practice the NLP method of reframing, that is our interpretation of what happened in powerful, resourceful, empowering ways. That why this seemingly negative is so positive and helpful for our growth. Then managing our thoughts, feelings, and emotions needs hard work, commitment, patience, and practice. Hope has to become part of our daily living like breathing. Then only it will become an invaluable source of inspiration, power, and anchor during grilling phases of life. For this, we need to work on the worst case scenarios, then find how we'll solve, overcome, and handle the situation, and then keep improving continuously by practicing them in real time, the action steps, the solutions. We have to become a happy and grateful person, but don't have to be content with status quo and be always on lookout for making improvements. Hope survives and thrives in having a heightened sense of curiosity. This curiosity propels creativity and actions and improvisations. Do your best and give your 100% always to make the most of every situation. Always help others becoming better and help them overcome their problems. Because when you help others become better and help them overcome their problems, you're also helping yourself in becoming better problem solver and also getting the cooperation and support of team. Hope has to be continuously nurtured through acquiring newer skills, knowledge, expertise, exposure, and practicing handling difficult situations and hardships. That means you deliberately take challenges and risk which are hard and beyond your current capacities and capabilities and stretch yourself. And all the while learning and acquiring skills. Over a period of time, this practice makes it natural for us to recall and apply in setbacks. Our past conditioning can also be unlearned and this new mindset can be made ours. Using introspection to meditate the solutions and visualizing the future, visioning the big picture also reinforces hope. Whenever you feel unnerved, go through what hurdles and obstacles you had overcome in the past. Discover your strength that you might have undervalued. Make a list of resources available and resources needed. Plus, doing the best from what you have will give you the required push of enthusiasm and energy. By pushing ourselves in proactive way to solve tough problems can develop our coping skills. We also need to fine-tune our mechanism for dealing with stress, anxiety, depression, burnouts, fears, etc., etc. Because if we lack the ability and the skills and the right tools to manage these, feelings of hopelessness and helplessness would be the direct consequence at the face of adversity. Take action which is directed towards the outcome and solution and goals that we have at that time, however small. A positive, constructive action can boost our hope to a very great extent. When we help others and actually manage to generate hope in them, in return, it acts as an inspiration for us or as well. Surround yourself with positive, action-oriented, accomplished people because they send you that vibe. Avoid toxic and those people who pull you down. Focus on solutions and the actions needed to solve this specific problem to empower yourself. Understand that not all your efforts will create the outcomes that you want. Learn to be comfortable with making mistakes and failing, but always ensure that you're back in the battlefield as soon as possible. Understand, it is also possible that a hopeless situation might yet turn out into a blessing in disguise, and that's something of a great importance in future may emerge from a seemingly unthinkable situation. Stop fighting with your feelings and why things are the way they're right now. Stop cursing the luck. Understand the term, learned helplessness. This happens when we give up trying and let us say in our growing up years. Later, it turns into our personal sanctum where we keep going anytime we find a situation too hot to handle. This will make us totally in depressive state. Many of us feel hopeless because of this, the learned helplessness. So identify that. If you have got into that. If you think you have this habit of giving up and playing victim, take help to get out of this before it destroys all that you want in your life and lose all that you value and want. Others around you would be confused and puzzled by your apathy and hopelessness, especially why can't you go out and make friends, leave someone who is in abusive or just exercise. But this can turn into serious psychological disorder if you don't take action. When you think that taking any action is useless, you're blaming yourself, having regrets or seemingly inability to manage life, and you accept whatever happens at beyond your control. You need immediate expert help because you have already slipped into a place where you need support and help of professionals as well as your family. Because this despondency sets you up for even deeper fall into an unfathomable abysses. Look for people who were in a situation and have come back to life with a zeal. Enroll them as mentors or in your support group. Consider all the amazing things you have done in your life. take a break, spend time in nature, then come back and solve your problem. In the post-corona time, people whose circumstances have not changed that much also have to deal with newer and unprecedented challenges. Still, as uncomfortable and painful it may feel, pushing ourselves is the only way out. If you find it really hard to feel hopeful in your current predicament, just accept and acknowledge this. Whatever is possible, don't lose the focus from taking care of yourself. Learn to identify and possibly reframe negative thought patterns. Remember, things have gone wrong in your life, but you still have control over something in your life, and you still have control over how you respond to all these wrongs. Reassess the situation. When you're calmer, then only you should get into the solution mode. As when we are not calm, we will take impulsive, wrong actions, wrong choices, wrong decisions. As many times when we are calm and we reassess the situation, it makes us see the situation different perspective, new, and gives us newer rays of light and hope. But while reassessing, be honest with yourself. Make adjustment in the goals that you have. I'm keeping the situation in mind with the changes, or when the action which you have taken doesn't work. Shift your expectations. Recognize that you can change your life at any point. Look for meaning in the most challenging moments. Learn to meditate, which suits your temperament and personality. Meditation is like medication, very, very personalized. So choose what works for you, what doesn't. Turn off games of Thrones or any other passive activity that you're doing sitting with mind idling. Shake your butt off. Find multiple perspectives and few alternative solutions to your problem. There are always multiple explanations, choices, alternatives, possibilities. Remember that no one knows the outcome of actions. You can only take actions with reasonable planning. Just do it. Many times, how losing all hope can actually liberate you from shackles which were holding you from growing. This happens when you lost the hope and then bounce back. Also, when we hope while being ignorant of the real situation, or when we avoid facing the facts, hope can be downright dangerous when it compels you to fight a battle you can't win. Learn to let go and forgive others and yourself. Express your feelings. Share them on the internet. Get it out of your head. Find and join a community. Connect to a big picture and a larger purpose of yours. Do something radically different. Seek divine help by praying. Also, if you feel like, curse the God, he can take it. Focus on progress. Despite the great problems in the world, movement toward change has to happen, even though challenges are insurmountable. Censor negative news as much as you can. Seek positive news. Don't watch TV news channels. They are useless. Remember, even if we follow all the sessions given here, there will be times when we will face hopeless. We need to persist with making a positive difference to the life of others as well as changing ours, despite our lack of hope. Whether or not we are hopeful, we can discipline ourselves to do what we can. We have to create a mindset whenever we are feeling low of having a self-talk that right now, even though I'm not exactly full of hope, but I'm going to take action, any action to get myself out of this jam.